Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Madonx, and welcome back to another episode of Rise of the Tomb Raider. Alright, let's get to it. Just took down that... Oh, well, that helicopter just came down.
You're dead.
Get away from me.
I am going to kill you.
Oh. That's right, you little slut. You can't kill me. Not today. Not today.
This is Team 5. We're heading into the catacombs. Need some backup here.
Got it. On our way.
Why don't we just drop in some grenades and be done with it?
No, the Atlas.
Shit!
You're damn right I am.
Hold this position. Push out! Reinforcements! Pin her down! Keep recovering fire! Go! Keep your ass down!
Come and try. Come on.
Come on, then.
Give me some fucking fire! Now! I got him!
Oh.
Take her out! I'm under fire! Keep her down! Watch her out!
Oh, no. Haha, just kidding.
Jacob. They're gone.
I fear this battle is far from over.
Will you tell me more about this place?
You've earned that much. Come with me. In ancient times, our prophet brought the divine source to this valley. My ancestors built Katesh to protect it from the outside world.
To what end? What is the divine source, Jacob?
An artifact from a time long forgotten. We believe it holds a fragment of God's soul. Legend tells us those who beheld the source were granted immortality. But others have always been drawn here, seeking its power.
Trinity.
Yes. They seek to spread their darkness across the world. With the source, their soldiers would be unstoppable.
Then help me find it before they do.
This is not your burden.
Of course it is. My father died for this.
You can't fill the emptiness inside you, Lara. You can only set it free.
I'm gonna find it. With or without you. Wait, Sophia, let me go. I have to do what I can. You spilt blood for us. I want to help. You know where the Atlas is? The cathedral. In the archives below. But we won't follow you there. Why? What will I find? There are others. The deathless ones. They will kill any who trespass. My father believes they will stop Trinity. I can't take that chance. I know. Here. Take this. It will help you reach the cathedral.
Sorry, there was a pause there for a while. But, this group that I'm a part of on Facebook was talking about streaming movies online, not through, like, Netflix or something. And this one guy was like, oh, well, you know, artists have music up on YouTube for free all the time. And somebody replying was like, yeah, well, they have those videos monetized, so they're still getting money from it. He was like, oh, okay. That makes sense then. And then I was like, well, how would you suggest I watch movies that aren't in theaters and aren't on Netflix yet if I don't have the money to watch them? And he was like, well, save up the money to watch them. I'm like, I have other stuff to pay for. Like, I can't just save up money all the time. He was like, oh, so it's perfectly fine to stream movies for free without paying for them if it's a personal choice. I'm like, it's not a personal choice. It's because I don't have the money. If I had the money, I would pay for the movie. And, like, he was not able to understand the fact that when you don't have money to pay for movies and you want to watch movies, you're going to find some other way to do it. I mean, like, clearly he hasn't had to deal with that because from what I saw on his Facebook profile, he looked like he was still in high school, so his parents probably drove him to all the movies, and he probably works a part-time job paying for them.
You're headed to the cathedral. Trinity will be everywhere. I know, but I have no choice. So much violence and death. Jacob's people have been through so much, yet they continue to fight. They are bound by an oath taken by their ancestors, a duty handed down from the past. But I see a people who simply want to live in peace. I believe it's time for them to let go of the past. If I can find the Atlas, it might lead to the divine source. I could take it away from here. They wouldn't have to suffer anymore. They could share the burden of the truth with the world. But if all this leads to nothing, I don't know what I'll do.
Okay. So I forget where I was in the store. Oh, right. So it looks like he's in high school because I looked at his Facebook profile, and it said, like, the only thing that it said about his information was that he had graduated from high school. what people are like freaking screaming about. People are so angry that Iron Fist is being cast as white, and some girl was like, well, they just took white guys and gave them the best Asian art forms to become the best at them. They weren't creating Asian American heroes, they always had to be white guys. And I was like, that's due to the popularity and better writing on those characters. She said, there were no characters that were given the same opportunities, and it's understandable from that time period. Writers like Stan Lee admit that they made mistakes, and there was a bias towards making white heroes. Very rarely was it even thought to be a choice when they made a new character. They get an idea and they make him white regardless of the story 90% of the time, but we're better than that now. I'm just like, well, why? Hang on. Like, just because she's arguing that we should change the race of the character because we're better as a society now, that's not how this works. Like, that's the exact same argument about wanting Will Smith to have been Superman in Superman Returns. Like, you can't just change the race of a character willy-nilly, which is one of the reasons that I have a problem with the New 52, because they took all these characters and changed their races around. I think, well, actually, maybe it was only the Wests in The Flash. I'm not sure. But I personally did not like it, just because I had grown connected to the Wally West that I had known from the comics. She just said, the comics have a racist history through and throughout. Danny Rand's evolution. They just don't mention it anymore because the stories and plot lines don't need to bring up his origin anymore. We've all learned to ignore it. I'm so done with people. Like, why do you not understand that you shouldn't adapt a character in a different race for a movie because people get angry about it? Like, you're getting angry. I could literally just have Laura stand there and rant about this for the rest of the video, but I'm not going to do that. I do want to get out what I have to say, though, while we keep playing, after we read this.
Young ones, you scoffed at learning your letters, said it had nothing to do with hunting, but that's your first lesson. Everything is connected, and I am always right. You clever students who saw the folly and stubbornness and can read this, here's your first assignment. Track, hunt, and bring me back the pelt of one of the small creatures of the valley. Hares you can find anywhere, night or day, both the little brown ones in our valley and the snow hares in the peaks. The squirrels stick to the trees, and rain will drive them into their burrows. And if you see fit to seek the rats, look inside the ruins, or anywhere the dead still lie. Please, do not bring me a rat.
Okay. So now that we're done reading that, like, people get angry that these characters aren't white. I mean, are white. But then, like, you look at it, they would have gotten mad if Will Smith was Superman, but now they argue that he should have been Superman. Like, you can't be a complete hypocrite about your arguments and argue for both sides at different times in your life. Like, I understand if there's new information, you're like, oh, I'm going to change my point of view on that. But when you're just changing your point of view because that's like, oh, we're sliding down here. because that's like the quote-unquote cool thing to do now, is to argue for different races for characters. Siri, nobody's talking to you.
You're alive.
What do you got?
Good.
Yes, I'm alive.
The wounded to safety. The invaders returned. They've taken the upper page. They're on orders.
It's just something that I don't think makes sense to change the races of characters when adapting them from
I don't think we'll
book or comic to screen.
taking it alive. That one I probably could have delivered. But the bonus wasn't worth it.
Yeah. One of them surrendered and the company men were watching. Had to turn him over.
They taking him back to the old prison.
Just the one.
Alright, let me make some arrows here.
The Atlas. Constantine's gonna ask them a few questions. They've got the rest back up near the cathedral.
We've got company!
We've got company!
Got him. Alright, rant over. I think I got it all out of my system now. I think it's all gone. Okay, actually, it's not gone. There's one more point. People get all angry about the fact that these characters are white, but that's the way that they were made in the comics at the time. And the creators of the movies aren't going to change that now just because you're angry about it. Because there's a lot of them are sticking faithful to the comic adaptations. Whether it be from now, like comic adaptations now of the characters, or comic adaptations back in the early 2000s, 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, whatever time period.
Trouble. Big fucking trouble. I've been snooping around, saving a few files for my personal use, and I found a correspondence thread about me. Worse, I think I was supposed to find it. The head of security knows I've been leaking data. Probably known all along, and they're just watching for now, waiting to see what my end game is. I wish I had an end game. I'm gonna die just because I was nosy and stupid. I don't even think this channel is secure now. They could have picked you up already. I'm getting paranoid out here. But this Trinity, they are big, and they're everywhere. And the more I find out, the more I realize how badly I fucked up. So here you go. You were right. Hope I get to tell you that in person.
Oh my god. Dude, people just keep arguing for the changing of characters, and I'm over here like, no, stop it.
The hired guns can finish the sweep down here. We're needed back to base camp. Leave them to it. Roger, we're clear. Copy that.
Crap, I don't have any mushrooms.
What the hell? Heads up! Incoming! Keep her down!
Oh. Oh, I'm moving headshot. Let's ride. you. That was a little bit of an intense fight. Wait, what wasn't? Oh yeah, there he is. There he is. I should really start a movie channel. I think it'll happen. Maybe one day. I just don't have money to go to the movies.
I have sinned in God's name. Much blood has been spilled on this valley floor. As I speak now, blood continues to flow. Forgive me. That the divine work requires sacrifices does not mean I am clean. Forgive me, for since I've suffered the stigmata in my youth, I've sinned in your name. Forgive those I've killed myself, and those who've been killed in my name. They knew not what they were doing. Forgive me. Forgive me, for the work I do is not yet done, and there is yet much blood to be spilled.
Oh, we got salvage, boys. We got some salvage. I swear, you can respond with one sentence to this girl, and she responds with a whole paragraph in this group. It's ridiculous. Shut your mouth. You don't need to talk that much. Or actually, you don't need to write that much.
Security guards came at night. Knew they would. I crossed a line when I killed the tech from Echo Squad. I knew I shouldn't have, but I couldn't help it. Remnant weren't enough. I needed something more. They brought me to the windowless room. I thought I was dead. And then Constantine was there. He took my head in his hands and smiled. He told me he understood. He was like me once. I've sinned, but there could be forgiveness. I have been a blunt instrument, just swinging wildly. He told me I could be redeemed. I've got a special skill. I just need sharpening. Trinity can make me a weapon, point me in the right direction. I almost cried and kissed his feet. I will become what I was meant to be. For Trinity, for Constantine.
Okay. Let's keep it moving. I'm turning off notifications for this post. No, I don't want to report it. I would report that girl, though, for just writing too much. Alright, Laura. Let's get it moving, girl. Hide in those bushes. Oh my goodness, that is a big building.
It's not his call, but he's gonna put a recommendation in for us both. Then there'll be an initiation ceremony of some sort.
So that's it? That's all he can do?
Look, some of those guys were on contract for years before Trinity gave them rank. You have to be patient. There's more to it than performance.
Like what?
There's some sort of oath, and then the ceremony. He said we'd find out soon enough.
Oh.
Heads up! Incoming! He's dead! He's almost down! Moving into position! Under
How are you still alive? I lit you on fire. Okay, you're just not gonna die from a fire arrow? Man, that's annoying. And they don't die when they're supposed to. Wait, there's still more of them? Are you serious? Oh, bruh. Yes, would you like to let me pick that up, please?
Fucking illness. It's ruining my body. Now it threatens my mind as well. I keep drifting off. Getting lost in memories. Lost in thoughts of the day Lord Croft died. How the plan had to shift. How I thought we had failed. And before that, my early days with Trinity. Learning the secret histories of the world, learning that it was our duty to save it. And back farther, to childhood. Constantine and I, with only each other to rely on. And then I ripped myself free, back to the present. I've always done what had to be done, and this time will be no different.
Okay, I just realized what time we're at in the video, so let's get going and find this base camp. Nope. Oh, we made it. Okay, let's go, son. Oh.
Elias and I will attempt to reach the far hills, where the old bear lives. Trinity is still clustered below in the old Soviet base. We will wait until the dead of night to go. It is a great risk, but we know a battle is coming. We'll have need of the medicinal herbs that grow in those hills, if we are to survive the coming struggle.
Alright, nice. Oh, hey, base camp right here. Cool. Nothing to say? Alright, sweet. Let's level up these skills then. Survivor. Survivor! What's this? Incendiary bombs. Yes, please. Oh, yes. Absolutely. Oh, screw this. We're upgrading this bad boy. So we got a wrapped handle. We can get a reinforced shaft. but we don't have any hide because we don't kill animals. For some reason, we never see any. Custom handle wrapping allows for almost instant prying of doors or strong boxes, applied to all axes. Yes! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of this episode. I hope you've all enjoyed, and if you did, please hit the like button down below. And if you want to see more content like this, you can also subscribe. Hit subscribe. Please share with your friends if you enjoyed, and as always, I'm Madonx, and I'll see you in the next one.